following is a live presentation of CBC Sports.
Coming up for the Stanley Cup Monday night.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans of the United States and Newfoundland.
Welcome to the last show of the season. First thing we'll do is turn back the clock. Here comes Doug Weight. He's not playing tonight. This is at 7:33 Eastern, so about a half an hour ago, saw Kevin Adams walk out of the dressing room with Kelly Rudy as we go inside the Hurricanes room.
Well, one of the things you notice right off the bat is how serious everybody is, and I think that's a good thing and probably a dangerous thing for the Oilers. Now, in fact, if the Oilers had beaten them maybe 3-2, Carolina may have masked some of the problems that they had, but in this case, when they embarrass themselves by losing 4-0, they know to what depth that their play has fallen, and now they have to get it back in a hurry, so you can expect that they're focused, they're ready, and they're angry, and that's dangerous when you're playing a desperate team. You know you better be ready if you're the Edmonton Oilers.
Cam Ward's fiancée Cody walked in with her mom Donna. How about the 22-year-old tonight? His play was outstanding. I mean, that could have been 9-0 the other night.
In the second period.
Right.
So he's been unflappable. So if there are people out there that are worried or concerned about Cam Ward, you don't have to be. He's been outstanding. Mike Commodore as well. He's a guy that's turned out to be a real warrior and improved himself through sheer hard work and determination.
We'll never know, Kelly, how banged up they are. Aaron Ward's probably hurting. Glenn Wesley probably hurting. He was roughed up earlier and hurt his hand actually earlier in the season. Welcome ringside at RBC Arena. A lot of Edmontonians. Boy, you know, the joy in the capital of Alberta the other night, something to behold, Kelly. It was like one giant block party. Now the Oilers fed off the energy in their building. They certainly won a big game in this rink. How about as we go into the Edmonton room, the Oilers?
Well, they're a competent team, and I think it shows right here. They're loose. This is very much like a lot of the teams I played on. Guys are confident, ready for the games to start, not worried, not thinking about what might happen in a negative way, but all positive. And you can see Markkanen, that's a different position. Those players have to be a little bit different. They have to prepare differently, and Markkanen's ready. He knows all he has to do is be steady. You know, Carolina, they haven't taken a lot of shots in this series, and so Markkanen knows, unlike going back to maybe December or January when both he and Ty Conklin were letting in a soft goal a game, in this series, all he has to do is be steady, and they're probably going to win.
He's been great. 82 of the last 85. He's turned aside. Home ice for the Hurricanes. You know the stats mean nothing, but the last 13 times the home team has won Game 7 in the championship, 11 occasions. So what do you make of last change, perhaps, for the Hurricanes or any other edge?
Well, change is important right off the bat, but I don't think it's going to be all that important as the shift goes on. I really expect Carolina, because of their energy level being so low, that they're going to have really short shifts, so it's going to be hard to match lines. And we're going to see a lot of trying to match lines on the fly. That's difficult to do. Carolina, if I'm then, I take my 45-second shift, and I reduce that down to about 35 seconds. And if there's any doubt, if I'm on the forecheck and I'm a little bit tired, I get off first chance I get, because the last thing I want to do is be caught in my own zone for about a minute 15 and being tired.
Game 5 in here, first shift. Chris Pronger directs it to the net. Pekka made it start. We'll ask you about Pronger after the interviews. Here's Chris Pronger and Scott Oak, first of all.
Ron, thanks very much. Chris, Game 7 for the Stanley Cup. In your dreams, how often have you played this game?
Quite a bit, certainly. Certainly back home playing road hockey. That's always what Game 7, overtime, and things of that nature. But it's certainly exciting to be a part of this.
Always turned out the same way?
Always. Hopefully it continues that way too.
How confident are you, if the Oilers play the same way that you played in Game 6, that you'll leave here tonight with the Stanley Cup? Very
confident. I think all along, as long as we don't beat ourselves and play a simple game like we're capable of, and play well defensively, then we can definitely win this hockey game.
You know, this may end up being recalled as the biggest game many of the Oilers will ever play, yet there seems to be a real sense of calm in your room. How do you explain it?
Well, we've been in this position for the last 3 games now, and it being do or die. And this is the last game of the season. Go practice tomorrow, so we've got to leave it all out in the ice, and really all playoff long. Just the belief in the guys in the locker room that we're going to get it done.
Chris, thank you.
Thank you.
Now to Elliot Friedman with Rod Brindamore.
Thanks, Scott. Rod, before Game 7 against Buffalo, you had an emotional statement to make to some of your teammates, and they said after Game 6 here, you did the same thing. What kinds of messages did you have for them?
Well, it's a little different situation, but obviously we know what we're playing for. We want to make sure that, you throw everything at them, no regrets, and go out there and just play your best and give it all you got. And at the end of the night, that hopefully will be enough for you.
It's interesting. You got a smile on your face, and the way the guys came back from Edmonton.